Hello guys, Paper Products Inc. here, back with an all new video, and today I'm going to be showing you something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you how to make your own professionally graded card game using the GameCrafter.com services. So the first thing you're going to need to do is log in, or create an account. It's fairly simple, you just need to provide an email address and username, but I already have an account so I'll log in. So now we're going to go into the Make Games tab and go under My Games. And then you're going to go into Create a Custom Game. Here it'll generate a random title for your game, which you can edit under the Edit Details panel. Also on this page you can see components, management, and statistics, and you can add things to your game and see how it's doing. So if you go into Edit Details, you just need to type in here what the name of your game. I'll just call it Test for now because this isn't a real game. You can also edit the age for your game, playtime, number of players, and add details about the game, make a backdrop for the game, the logo, and shop ad. Basically, this panel here is going to edit what this will look like for your game. So for the Hive you've seen in my previous video, the test game I made, you can see it has a backdrop image, a logo, and some action shots and description of the game. So now we're going to go into Make Games, back to your test game thing, back to your game, and we're going to add a component. The first thing you need to do to add a component is go to Products and download the template. So for whatever component you want, whether it be a board, a booklet, or some sort of box, for now we're going to go into decks. You're going to need to download the template. So you can see all the different types of cards that you can have. Poker deck is the default size of like Magic cards and such, where it's 2.5 by 3.5 inches. So that is one I would recommend. So if you have your poker deck here, we're going to see these are the different type of templates you can download. I would recommend just downloading PNG if you don't know what your need for your file format, but if you have something that you know how to use one of these other ones, feel free to download that. So you can see it downloads the template, and if we just open this up, it's just really a guide to where the cut lines are. So this red line is where the machine will cut out your card from that image really. And this blue line is the safe content area, so you can put any of your like images, text, etc. in this blue box. And I would recommend just putting between here like some sort of border. It's simple if you just make a black border and then having all your content in a different color like box in this. So for the sake of this tutorial, I made some cards. They're just really simple. They just will have a black border and then a white area, and they'll say card name, because it's just for the sake of a test. I'm not actually making a real game here. So you can, instead of uploading these images, you'll be uploading whatever your cards look like. And if you're unsure of how to make these cards, feel free to ask a question in the comment section, or and I'll guide you in the direction that would be best for your game. So after you have your pictures, your PNG files of the cards, you're going to go back into My Games and back into your test game. And you're going to go edit. Yeah, okay, wait, cancel. So now you're going to go into this decks area and you're going to hit edit. So now you can see, pick the corresponding deck that you made. We made a poker deck. And then here you have to upload the image of the back of the card. So I made one. On the desktop, I made a card back file, so I'm going to use that. And before you print, you have to proof what the card back will look like. So if we click on that proof button, we can see that the content is relatively in this gray, blue line, and the cut line is this red one. So if it looks good, you're going to improve it. Next thing you're going to do is edit the cards of your deck. So you're going to upload the ones that you want. So we have 3 different cards. We're just going to select them all, upload those. The thing we're going to have to do is we can do a mass proof of all the cards by hitting this proof button. We're just going to look at them and approve the ones if they look okay. So everything, well, just for the sake of the test, it seems good. So you can edit the quantity of each card if you're going to make like a deck with no random cards. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to make a booster pack card because that is more complicated. So if we go back into decks, and we edit our deck that we made, you can select, instead of deck includes all cards, you can choose random cards. And then it sets these classes, which are like rarities or something, and how many of each you want. So let's say we wanted 6 uncommons, 3 uncommons, 3 uncommons, and 1 rare for a 10 card pack. So now we have to go back and edit cards for a second, and we're going to set the class of the card, which is like basically the rarity. This one also has some unused ones that we're not using, like hero and mana. So if we, and you can change the name of these too. So if we go back and edit cards really quickly, we can choose the class. So let's say the white one's common, the blue one's uncommon, and the red one's rare. So if you had a bunch of cards, you could set each of their rarities, but we only have 3, so we're gonna, if we were to order this pack that we had made, we would get 6 of these white cards, 3 of these blue cards, and 1 red card. So that kind of takes away from the rarity thing, but if we had, like, say, two different cards that were both common, you could get any number of blue and white cards. So now we can go back to the final component we're going to add to our game is a box. So let's go download the template for that. If you want to go download the template for that, it would be in boxes. And the only card that has this like booster pack like wrap is the poker card wrap. So if you're not making poker cards, then you can't really use this. So again, download that PNG file. You can just save this as a pack. On the desktop, so I'm going to save that. And if we go back to our game, I don't believe I'm going to actually make the pack. I'll just upload the empty template. But if you were making your game, you would go edit that file however you want the pack to look. So if we go back into my games, go back to the game we were editing, edit that. Then we're going to go into boxes, and then we're going to add this wrap by hitting edit. Then we're going to upload this pack file. So I didn't edit this just because the tutorial, but remember, just using your editor, paint editor, you can make a box, and then like you can make this like white or black or whatever color you want, and then add text onto it in these safe zones. So we'll just say that looks good, and that will be our pack. It'd be a really bad pack. Don't do that if you're making a real game. So now, as you can see, our test game has some cards, it has a box, you could buy it. So if you want to buy it for yourself, you can click add to cart and do it, and you can go to your cart and check out. It will be a discounted price for yourself, and the retail price includes the profit of your game. If you don't want to deal with profit, you can always just set the profit to 0, and it'll work that way. So it gives you an estimated ship date. This is more or less right. Right now it's like 5 days ahead of where we are, I think. So they'll make the game in 5 days, and then after that it'll ship it, and the days it takes to ship depends on how much you pay. So if we were to buy that, you can buy that game. You can just buy it for yourself and show it the cards, or you can sell them in a storefront such as this one. You have to upload a few more images to actually make it work, but other than that, you're pretty much good to go after you've done this part. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If this video was helpful, please leave a like And if you're looking for more similar content, subscribe to Paper Products Inc. Thank you for watching. Bye.